This is the fall semester constructed response review. So here we are given a graph and we have a couple of questions to answer. So the first one, we are given this graph. Let me write the end behavior of this graph. As x approaches negative infinity, f of x approaches negative infinity. As x approaches positive infinity, f of x approaches positive infinity. Positive infinity, and you don't have to write the positive. When you just write infinity, that means it's positive. So the graph with this behavior has an odd degree. So the degree is odd. And the next one, the leading coefficient is positive. And the minimum degree of polynomial, we look at the turning points. So how many turning points? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 turning points. So remember the number of turning points, the maximum possible is n minus 1. So n minus 1, and n minus 1 here is equals to 4. So the minimum degree is going to be 5. So that's the minimum degree possible. What are the zeros and the multiplicities? So the zeros are, I have negative 2, and multiplicity is 1. Why? Because it crosses. The other 0 is, what is the scale? The other one is 0. And you can see at 0 is touching and going back same direction, so multiplicity is even. So I'm going to say 2, and then the next one is 1, 2, 2, and multiplicity is 2 because it is just touching and not crossing. So now I can write my equation in factored form. G of x is equals to x minus 2. So that's going to be x plus 2. The next one is at 0. So what am I going to write at 0? So that's just going to be x squared. And then the next one is at 2. So at 2, I'm going to write x minus 2 squared, because again it is touching at that point. So that's going to be my equation. So here we are given a polynomial function, and let me make a correction there. That exponent is 2. So the polynomial given is 2x cubed plus 9x squared minus 6x minus 5. And we are given different factors there. We need to, different binomials here. We need to check which one is a factor of this polynomial. So let me do the first one. So this is going to be 1. X minus 1 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 1. So I write my coefficients. So be careful always to check whether an exponent is missing. And this is negative 5. And so this is 2. And so that's going to be 2. So 11. So 11. This is 5. 1 times 5 is 5. So the remainder is 0. So one of that, see, that's a factor. So x minus 1 is a factor. So let me try the next one. So we are given 2. So I'm going to try negative 2, just in case we have more than 1. 2, 9, negative 6, negative 5. So this is 2, negative 4, so this is 5, negative 10, negative 16, so this is 32, and this is 27. And then the next one, we have 3, and we have 2, 9, negative 6, negative 5, so this is 2, and so 3 times 2 is 6, so 15, so 3 times 15 is 45, and this becomes 39, and 39 times 3 is 117, and this is 112, so that's the remainder. And I can check there just to make sure. 5. Okay, so the only one which is a factor is x minus 1. And now I'm going to use my results here. So I have 2x squared plus 11x plus 5 and x minus 1. So I have broken it down. So the next thing, I need to factor this equation here because that's the only one which is not broken down. So how do I do that? So here I multiply 2 by 5, so I get 10. So this is going to be 2x squared. Two numbers I can multiply to get 10 is 1 times 10, so 10x plus 1x plus 5, and then I just need to factor, so 2x, so x plus 5 plus 1x plus 5, and what factors do I get? 2x plus 1, what's outside parentheses, and in parentheses I have x plus 5. And now, what are my factors? My factors are 2x plus 1. The other one is x plus 5. And then x minus 1. And I could even get the zeros. So we could even get, so those are the factors. What are the zeros? And this is gotten by equating each factor to 0. So the first one is going to be x is equals to negative 1/2. The next one is negative 5. And finally we have 1. So those will be the zeros of that polynomial. We got the factors and we got the zeros too.